We are gathered together here in this place to celebrate the union of Andrew Terry and Kathryn Bird as they make a covenant with one another before God and before all of us. Today, both of you are surrounded by family and friends, all of whom love you and are here to share in your joy on this special occasion.
Andrew Mark. I remember the days that I prayed for the things I have now. A phrase that fully embodies what the past 2.5 years have meant to me. I was never the little girl who spent my days looking through bridal magazines or dreaming about having a big fancy wedding. Instead, I vividly remember spending many of my days outside, riding my Barbie bicycle, thinking about my future husband and wondering where he was at that very moment in time. As I got older, I got a new bicycle and I began to actively pray for the man that God would place into my life, to not only be my husband, but to be my best friend and to be my life partner. You are just that. You are so full of goodness, and I am continuously encouraged by your heart. In fact, I love everything about your heart, and I have from the moment that you walked into my life on a random Sunday afternoon. I love your heart for Jesus, the way you live with compassion, the way you love your people so well, how you genuinely care for your friends, the joy in your voice when you talk about living out the calling that God has placed on your life, the way that you feel like home. My home. The night your car broke down wasn't by happenstance. It was just the beginning of our story and a small part of God's plan.
Okay. Aren't you beautiful? Beautiful young lady. Which I didn't think it'd be anything less. You're beautiful. It's a beautiful gown too. Beautiful. You really did a good job. I would settle for a few degrees cooler, but it's a beautiful day. All right, did you have a good time getting ready?
Mm-hmm. I promise to give you every ounce of love that I have, no matter the circumstances. I promise to be your shoulder to lean on and a listening ear. And I promise to point you towards Jesus and His truth alone for the rest of my life. You are my best friend, my heart, and a love that is once in a lifetime. As I close, I would like to read a passage from one of my favorite books in the Bible, Ruth. Throughout these verses, Ruth is proving her loyalty to her family, and I thought it would be fitting if I did the same. But Ruth replied, "Where you go, I will go, and where you stay, I will stay. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God. Where you die, I will die, and there I will be buried. May the Lord deal with me, be it so severely, if even death separates you and I. It is an honor to know you, to be loved by you, and to begin a life with you today. I cannot wait for all of the memories, ministry, and moments to come. Here's to a lifetime of loving, learning, and growing old with each other. I love you more. Yours forever, Birdie."
Kathryn Angela Bird, you are the love of my life, the person that I have prayed for, and the godly woman that my parents always hoped that I would find. It feels like yesterday that we were just sitting on the swing in your backyard, December 26th. 2021. And I remember that night because it was the first time that we turned to each other and we said, "I love you." And what I love about that is that it had only been a few weeks since we had started dating, but we both knew that we had something special. We both knew that God's hand was at work. And so one of the first conversations that we ever had about love was that it wasn't based off of a feeling or an emotion, but instead, love was a choice. And so Kathryn, from the moment that you first told me that you loved me, you have continuously chosen to do so. You have loved me on my best days and even on my worst, and for that, I thank you so much. Kathryn, you have embodied what it means to love well, and I can only hope to do the same. And so today, we stand before God, we stand before each other, before family, and before friends, to enter the covenant of marriage as we commit to love one another for the rest of our days. I choose to always place God at the center of our marriage. I choose to be obedient to his calling of being the godly husband and one day father to our family that you deserve. I choose to die to myself daily, always putting your needs above my own. Kathryn, I choose to always be your best friend. I choose to be the person that you can trust. I choose to be the person that you can come to and share your laughter and your quirky ways with, but also the person that you can come to for a shoulder to lean on and to cry with, the person that you can always come to for comfort and for care. Kathryn, I choose to protect you at all costs, being willing to lay down my life for you at all times, just as Christ did for both of us. And so as I am choosing to spiritually lead you, to spiritually lead our family, you have been the one that has continuously pushed me to draw closer to Christ. And I find it fascinating how God has orchestrated us and uniquely designed us to be a team. And so I'm so excited that we get to be entering this covenant of marriage together, to honor God through our marriage all of our days and have fun doing so. And so Kathryn Angela Bird, though almost a Terry, I choose to honor you and to cherish you, to love you with every ounce of strength in my body that God graciously gives me.
Well, Andrew and Kathryn have consented together to enter into a lifelong covenant. And after declaring this fact before all of you and by the giving and the receiving of these rings, I now pronounce you husband and wife in the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Andrew, you may kiss your bride.
Something was gonna happen. That's all right.
We're married.
That's crazy.